Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
I started 3D Laplace equation in spherical polar coordinates. And I stopped at the point where we encounter Legendre equation. When we are going to apply method of separation, you know, we got the azimuthal equation as a Legendre equation. So today I will start from that point. But before that, as I told you that in that previous clip, I told that that Legendre equation has a parameter L into L plus 1, remember? So when L takes only non-integral, non-negative integer values, only then we got a special polynomial solution, which is called Legendre polynomial. So today I decided first to show you how this thing happens. When we are using power series solution, then how we got a polynomial solution as a special case for a special range of values of the parameter in the differential equation. So that first I will discuss. And after that, I will start from that point where I stopped in the problem of 3D Laplace equation. Okay. Get polynomial solution for a Legendre equation. And then I will also discuss associated Legendre equation. Okay. Both these things will be required for this 3D Laplace equation problem with Dirichlet's boundary condition. Okay. So what is Legendre equation or Legendre differential equation? I'm using the same variable as I use for the Laplace problem so that it will be convenient for you to match. Okay, so I am using the independent variable xi and capital theta, which is azimuthal angle, as a function of xi, dependent variable capital theta. So 1 minute. Okay. So let me write down 1 minus xi square. Okay. D square capital theta, dependent variable, d xi square minus 2 xi d capital theta d xi plus L into L plus 1 theta equal to 0. Okay. Now, this differential equation or this type of differential equation, when we encounter, we use power series solution. Okay. I will apply this power series method here. Now, when we apply this power series solution, this is the infinite series actually, which we will substitute. But around which point, that we have to decide. In this case, we will find solution around psi equal to 0, which is ordinary point of this differential equation. So, we will substitute, okay, a series solution, infinite series, summation n equal to 0 to infinity an xi to the power n, where first coefficient a0 not equal to 0. So naturally we have to find an. So when you will substitute, what you will get? We assume that this infinite series is convergent, and so that term by term differentiation is allowed. So when we will substitute, we will get one minus psi square summation n equal to 0 to infinity n minus 1 an xi to the power n minus 2 minus 2 xi summation n equal to 0 to infinity n xi to the power n minus 1, okay, plus L into L plus 1 summation n equal to 0 to infinity an xi to the power n equal to 0. Now we can see here that first two terms of the first term will be 0 because there is a factor n and n minus 1. Similarly, first term of second summation will be 0 because there is a factor of n. So naturally, we will write then summation n equal to 2 to infinity n into n minus 1 an, and we are multiplying this 1 minus xi square so that we will get xi to the power n minus 2 minus xi to the power n minus 2 summation n equal to 0 to infinity n xi to the power n plus L into L plus 1 summation n equal to 0 to infinity an xi to the power n equal to 0. And then what we do here, we will make all the terms as n equal to 0 to infinity by making a translation of the summation variables like this. In first summation, okay, put n prime equal to n minus 2. In second, put n prime equal to n minus 1. So that the new summation variables n prime for the first term will be from 0 to infinity, and for the second term will be from 0 to infinity. Finally, we will drop the prime side because it is just a summation variables. So I'm using the upper portion of the board, keeping the Legendre equation intact. Okay. So I am deleting this. And we will write there from here. From here, I am coming here. Okay. So you will get summation n equal to 0 to infinity n plus 1 n plus 2, okay, an plus 2 xi to the power n minus xi to the power n plus 2 minus 2 summation n equal to 0 to infinity n plus 1 an plus 1 xi to the power n plus 1, okay, plus L into L plus 1 summation n equal to 0 to infinity an xi to the power n equal to 0. Now I will delete the lower portion of the board, and now from the equation which I write right now, I write in the upper portion of the board. From there, we will actually find recurrence relation. How? You see, first we will consider coefficient of xi to the power 0. Idea is that each coefficient of each power of xi should be 0. That means we have to consider in general xi to the power n, and we will get a two-term recurrence relation between the coefficients. Okay. But first it is advisory. It is good idea to first consider at least first two terms separately. So what I am doing that I am taking coefficient of xi to the power 0 set to 0. That will give me A2 third coefficient in terms of A0. Okay. Right. If you take xi to the power 1, consider that means coefficient of xi to the power 1 set to 0, you will get A3 in terms of A1. Okay. So after that, now consider xi to the power n. Okay. Okay. Now consider xi to the power n. One thing you remember that when you will write down the contribution from each term of xi to the power n, do not ignore this term because n is ranging from 0 to infinity. So this is minor mistake, not minor, actually it is a very big mistake that sometimes beginners think that we are collecting coefficients of xi to the power n, so xi to the power n plus 2 has to be ignored. It's not that true. Actually, you have to consider coefficient of xi to the power n plus 2 by replacing n by n minus 2 because n is ranging. No, n is a finite. It is not a finite number. It's ranging from 0 to infinity. Similarly, for this term, you have to consider coefficients of xi to the power n plus 1 by replacing n by n minus 1 because you are collecting all coefficients of xi to the power n. So you will get then finally a two-term recurrence relations where suffix differs by 2. I am writing the final. You can do this step. You can reach these steps easily at home. This is first bracket I am using. And it is n plus 1, n plus 2. It is an. So it is a two-term recurrence relation where n is ranging from 0, 1 to so on. So first thing you see, since it is a two-term recurrence relation differing by 2, so there will be separate expressions for coefficients for even n and odd n, right? Like even n, for even n, you will have from here, easily you can find this, I am writing, you will have minus L and then minus L plus 2, okay, in this way, minus L plus n, and also here you have minus L plus 1, then minus L plus 3, okay, in this way, minus L plus n plus 1, right? And here in the denominator you have 1, 3, 5, so on, n plus 1, and 2, 4, 6, so on, n plus 2 times an. Okay. Similarly, you can consider odd n. This is fine. Now, the interesting point here is this. I am deleting these things now. This even n terms. Interesting point is that because of this factor n minus L and n minus L minus L, you see if the parameter L, which is actually a parameter in the differential equation, if you restrict L to take only non-negative integer values like this, then what will happen, you see, from this recurrence relations, you get that L plus 2 will be 0 AL plus 1 equal to 0. And since these are two-term recurrence relations, okay, differ by 2. So since if AL plus 1, 0, AL plus 2, 0, that means all the higher coefficient terms will be vanished. So what does it mean that the power series which we substitute now cut down to only up to L plus 1 terms, where powers of xi will be L. So it is a polynomial of xi to the power L. So you understand that how we got these polynomial solutions under special cases of values of the parameter. Okay. So therefore, you will get here theta, which we can level at suffix L, because in the context of Laplace equation, this L is actually eigenvalue level. So it will then be summation n equal to 0 to L only, because after that all are 0. And now I am leveling additional level L, xi to the power L. So you can see that, let's say, if you want to consider few cases like L equal to 0, you will see that you are getting theta 0 xi, which is A0, right? If you take L equal to 1, you will see that theta 1 xi is A1 xi. If you take L equal to 2, you will see that theta 2 xi will contain A0 plus A2 xi square, right? If you consider L equal to 3, you will have theta 3 xi equal to A1 xi plus A3 xi plus that's it. Only this A3 xi cube. 1 minute. A3 xi cube. So in this way, we can construct the polynomial, and we understand that Legendre equation has a very specific polynomial solution if the parameter L is taking only non-negative integer values. Also, we see that these polynomials, I am writing this as a Legendre polynomial here. We see here that this solution, this polynomial has some specific property. I am writing this here. So what we get here is that if L is taking only non-negative integer values, okay, differential equation which I wrote there has polynomial solution which is called Legendre polynomial. Okay. And in the context of Laplace equation, when we are studying steady state temperature distribution, we need the polynomial solution. Okay. So that forces, that restricts, and that determines the eigenvalues as L as taking only non-negative integer values. So we get Legendre polynomial here, which is denoted as PLX. Okay. Second point is that PLX, of course, is a polynomial of degree L, right? Second, third point is that there is a characteristics of PLX. You see that, perhaps you noticed, I will write now this, that PLX contains only odd terms Odd terms means power of xi is odd even terms. Okay. According as L is odd or even. This is the characteristics. And the definition of PL in terms of summation and the orthogonal relations of PL that I discussed actually in a clip in the video lecture where I was discussing introduction to Fourier series. Okay, now next page, I will write associated Legendre equation because in the Laplace equation in the previous class, I took the particular case where boundary condition, you remember, the solution psi is taking a theta dependent function only on the circumference of the sphere. So that we understand the solution must be phi dependent. So you remember the factor e to the power plus minus im phi, we understand that m must be only 0. Okay. Although from the restriction that solution must be single valued of phi, we get m is 0 plus minus 1 plus minus 2 all integer values, negative and positive. But since the boundary condition implies that the final solution must be phi independent, we take only m equal to 0, and that solution is called axisymmetric solution. And as I told you, it is a simpler case. Next case, it is possible if boundary at the circumference of the sphere function is both theta and phi dependent, then m will take all the values. And then we will get associated Legendre equation. That's why let me specially consider the associated Legendre equation and tell what is the solution of it. So associated Legendre equation is a generalization of Legendre equation. Okay. So it is this one. There is one additional parameter here. 1 minus xi square d square theta d xi square minus 2 xi d theta d xi, okay, plus L into L plus 1 minus m square by 1 minus xi square, okay, theta equal to 0. Right. So you see, if you take m equal to 0 here, it will reduce to Legendre equation. Now, how to find the solution of it, okay? So what we will do here, that here again, we will consider m, the parameter, second parameter here, m, we will consider it, it is only integers. So if m is all integers, positive and negative, okay, then we can differentiate, okay, differentiate the differential equation I wrote above, mod m times, let's say, that we can do. I will show this as m greater 0. Similarly, you can try for m less 0. So consider m greater 0, okay? So use Leibniz rule. Use Leibniz rule. So what you are getting here, after differentiating the associated Legendre equation m times, I am writing the last step, final steps, because you can do that easily. 1 minus xi square, okay, d square d xi square of d m pl by d xi to the power m minus 2 m plus 1 psi d xi of dm pl xi okay, let me little bit correct. Okay, if m equal to 0 plus minus 1 plus minus 2, then let me little bit correct. Bear with me. Then we can differentiate Legendre equation mod m times. Now, what is Legendre equation? Legendre equation is, as I wrote previously, let me use different things. So, Legendre equation is 1 minus xi square d square pl xi d xi square, right? Minus 2 xi d pl xi by d xi, right? Plus L into L plus 1 pl xi. This is Legendre equation. I just put in place of theta pl xi because we know now pl xi is a solution. So now we are differentiating this differential equation and writing this here, not the associated Legendre equation that I keep there. So you are getting the dm pl xi d xi to the power m plus L into L plus 1 minus m into m plus 1 dm pl xi d xi m equal to 0. Now, we will put a transformation on associated Legendre equation, okay? What we will do here, let me delete this portion. Okay, so now let's change the dependent variable theta in associated Legendre equation like this: 1 minus xi square whole to the power m by 2. Remember that we are only considering m greater or equal to 0. Similarly, you can consider m less 0. Okay. But there is a subtle point that we will see that m should be less L, mod m should be less L. Then only whole the calculations are valid for all positive, negative integer values. Okay, we will see that. So then let me take new dependent variable phi. So what you will get here, I am writing again the final calculation. So final step you are getting here 1 minus xi square d square phi d xi square minus 2m plus 1 xi d phi d xi, okay, plus L into L plus 1 minus m into m plus 1 times new variable phi. So interestingly, if you see, if you compare this equation and this equation, it is actually same equation. So from here, we understand that when L is taking non-negative integer values and m is taking all integer values, okay, but has to be restricted such that mod m less L. Otherwise, this solution will be meaningless. Why? Because you are differentiating an Lth degree polynomial PL with respect to xi m times, right? So m And if it is m, if you consider negative, then minus m times. So mod m must be less L. Otherwise, there will be no meaning. It will be 0. Right or not? So that now I will delete this, and under the associated Legendre equation, what we understand from here, I will write that here theta solution is leveled by 2 theta Lm, and which is, there is this factor 1 minus xi square and mod m by 2. 1 minute. Mod m by 2, okay, and d mod m PL. PL is Legendre polynomial of degree L by d xi to the power mod m. Okay, here this is denoted by PLM xi. Okay, this PLM xi is called associated Legendre polynomial. Okay, associated Legendre polynomial. Although it is not true polynomial unless m is even, but conventionally it is called associated Legendre polynomial. Okay, and when this solution will be valid, when L is taking the non-negative integral values and mod m must be less or equal to L. What does it mean? This means m is taking only 2L plus 1 values, 0, plus minus 1, plus minus 2, and so that plus minus L, 2L plus 1 values. Okay, now I will start this. I will go on Laplace equation, our context of partial differential equation. Okay, so what was the problem there? I will briefly write from the next page. So we had 3D Laplace equation. Del square psi equal to 0. We had R belongs to 0A, right? And full sphere we will considering. So theta belongs to 0 pi, right? And phi belongs to 0, 2 pi. This is the Laplace equation. And the boundary condition, we were taking that time. For axisymmetric solution, we were taking that problem as psi a theta phi is only theta dependent f theta. That's what we consider. And then in the solution, we take psi r theta phi, which is capital R R, and then we take, you remember, capital Y theta phi, which is called spherical harmonics, and R is radial part. So you remember that we use a two-step separation constant, and after this we will get, you know, these things. 1 by capital R, okay, R square capital R double prime plus 2R capital R prime, this equal to minus 1 by capital Y del square capital Y del theta square plus cot theta del Y del theta plus 1 by sine square theta del square Y del phi square Okay, and you remember that separation constant I took as a very special form L into L plus 1. But now you know why I took that, because finally Legendre equation will come when we will separate theta phi also in the second step. And the equation of the theta, you will get this associated Legendre equation for this case. Okay, so here we consider m equal to 0, and we see that yes, m equal to 0 is accepted, and corresponding phi 0 we got, but phi 0 this is for let me also show the previous steps. Okay, although it was discussed in the previous class, but okay, let me, for your convenience, let me go by step. So here your radial equation will be Euler equation, you know. So you got r square capital R double prime plus 2r capital R prime minus L into L plus 1 capital R equal to 0. And by the way, our problem was interior. This is actually clear because the domain is given as R belongs to 0. So we need the solution inside the sphere. Okay. Otherwise, I will write here, if it is exterior, R belongs to A infinity. That is outside the sphere. So since solution is interior problem, solution must be bounded at R equal to 0. That I repeatedly told you. So one term from the solution we will discard, and we will write RLR as like AL R to the power L, and that's it. And here L equal to 0 you can separately consider, and then you will get the values, okay, which is accepted. Okay, you can see from here, this I showed you from 2D Laplace problem in some previous lecture. It will come some log R, and then that has to be discarded. So finally the contribution will be constant. So L equal to 0 is accepted. So now in the second step is all our iteration of the same things I am repeating, because I want to go to that step where we were stopped, which is Legendre equation. Okay. So then you know that in the second step we take capital Y theta phi, that we now separate in the second part, which is still partial differential equation. We take is capital theta theta and capital phi of phi, and we substitute this. Whenever you will substitute, you will get separation sine square theta by theta, okay, times capital theta, okay, double prime, plus cot theta, theta prime, right, plus L into L plus 1, sine square theta equal to minus phi double prime by phi, this equal to m square. Second separation constant. Now here you see phi double prime is plus m square phi equal to 0. So you are getting phi of phi as a cos m phi, right? Let me write am plus bm sine m phi, okay? So then single valuedness, you know, right? So that means you are getting here, from here, finally, m equal to 0. These all are actually discussed. So I am just to have the continuation, I am again very quickly discussing that we got these things. Because single valuedness, you remember that phi of phi plus 2 pi must be equal to phi of phi. In this juncture, I told that from BC, it is clear that solution must be phi independent. So therefore, only accepted value of m is 0. Then we will look for equation of theta, right? So it is called azimuthal equation. So equation for theta. Here we got sine square theta, theta double prime plus cot theta, theta prime, okay, plus L into L plus 1 sine square theta minus, now m is not there, sorry, sine square theta L into L plus 1 sine square theta times theta equal to 0. Now if you put here psi equal to cos theta, you will get Legendre equation. In this point, we stopped because time was up. Legendre equation we got here, 1 minus xi square d square theta d xi square minus 2 xi d theta d xi plus L into L plus 1, right? Theta equal to 0. And then I told that if L is integer values, non-negative integer values, then we will get polynomial solution from here. And now at the beginning, at the first half of this lecture, I show that how you got this polynomial solution. So now I will write from here directly that here theta L xi, it is actually PL xi, and there will be some, of course, coefficient. And since it is product, okay, so there is an r to the power L term, right? From radial part, from phi part, nothing is there because it must be independent. So you have only r to the power L times this. And there is a AL, there is a BM. So you are producting. So actually you have, I am writing in the next page, you actually have single family of arbitrary constants, which is psi r theta phi solution. Although I wrote phi, but it is phi independent. Okay. So this is actually from the principle of linear superposition. Since let me go back to the previous page and show you. Where goes here? M is this phi. Here I should write that L must be 0, 1, 2, 3, so on. L is restricted. So these are actually eigenvalues now. Okay. So from the principle of superpositions, you know we have to take L equal to 0 to infinity, AL, single family arbitrary constants, r to the power L, and PL cos theta. Because xi is we bring, so actually it is theta, azimuthal angle, PL cos theta. So now use BC. So when r equal to A, it is f theta. So you are getting f theta equal to summation L equal to 0 to infinity, a to the power L, AL, okay, PL cos theta. Now, if you remember that in the lecture where I discussed introduction to Fourier series, I also discussed some generalized Fourier series. Actually, one generalized Fourier series I discussed, which is Fourier-Legendre series. So this is actually Fourier-Legendre series. And I told you that Legendre polynomials are orthogonal over the integral -1 to 1. So that also this orthogonal relation discussed there, shows there. So this is, so I will now use that inversion formula very easily. And we will write that AL is then 2L plus 1 by 2a to the power L integral -1 to 1 f theta, right? F theta PL cos theta F theta PL cos theta d cos theta. Okay. So this completes the solution, and this solution is called axisymmetric solution. Okay. This solution is called axisymmetric solution. Now, very quickly, I will now discuss non-axisymmetric solution. Okay. Non-axisymmetric solution means you have del square psi equal to 0 interior. This is fine. Same thing. Only thing is that now I am taking boundary condition, which is Dirichlet. So on the circumference of the sphere is function of both for theta and phi. So for that case, your eigenvalues will be labeled by two suffix L and M, where L will take all non-negative integer values, and M, as you know from the discussion of the associated Legendre equation, it will be 2L plus 1 values only, right? So I am not going to write again radial part or equation for phi. What I am telling here that phi is, you can take as some, phi m, some arbitrary constant m into e to the power im phi. It is not necessary to take e to the power minus im phi, because m is taking negative values, first of all. This is one. And R, L will be, as usual, some, some constant PL into R to the power L, because it is interior problem. R to the power minus L minus 1 will be neglected. And equation for phi, theta, it will be now, associated Legendre equation. I am writing this here. 1 minus xi square theta double prime. This means second order ordinary differentiation with respect to argument, minus 2 xi, okay, theta prime plus L plus 1 minus m square by 1 minus xi square, okay, theta equal to 0. So you know now it is associated Legendre equation. And then theta Lm, I am labeling by two suffix. Theta Lm xi will be associated Legendre polynomial. PLM xi, I mentioned you. PLM xi is conventionally called associated Legendre polynomial, but it is not truly polynomial unless m is even. Okay. So PLM xi, you already know. PLM xi is 1 minus xi square, okay, whole to the power mod m by 2, that I proved actually at the first part, d mod m. PL xi, okay, by D xi mod m, okay, and xi is cos theta, right? So in the next page, I will use principle of linear superposition as usual. So then you will have solution, you see, little longer, because there will be two summation here. One is finite for m and another is infinite for L. So it will be summation L equal to, 0 to infinity, summation m equal to minus L to L, right? And then AL r to the power L plus BL. No, we don't need r to the power minus L plus 1. So let me delete that. Okay. Let me delete that. So there will be ALM, family of arbitrary constants. We have to found PLM cos theta e to the power im phi, right? So now if you use BC, so you have now f theta phi, okay, equal to, because psi a theta phi, BC means, you remember, psi a theta phi, right? So we will get L equal to 0 to infinity, m equal to minus L to L, okay? And you will have, by the way, there should be a r to the power L here. And there should be a r to the power L. So let me put r to the power L here. That was dropped, okay, from radial part. So you will have then equal to minus a to L. You can put a to the power L here, and here ALM PLM cos theta e to the power im phi, right? Now to get the Fourier coefficients here, ALM, I mean, it is things a little complicated, because here you have to consider two things, okay? Use orthogonal relations for PLM and also for e to the power im phi. Okay, I am writing down these two orthogonal relations which we need for associated Legendre has two levels. So we need orthogonal relations with respect to suffix. So I am taking L prime here, okay? And here weight function is actually, if we write this, weight function is 1. So it is 2L plus m factorial by 2L plus 1, okay? 2L plus 1 into L minus m factorial, okay? And it is a Kronecker delta. That means it will be 0 for L not equal to L prime. And this basis is very simple. If you integrate over 0 to 2 pi and take defer m minus m prime phi d phi, so of course it will be also orthogonal twice pi delta mm prime. So naturally we will actually multiply this relation by e to the power im prime, actually minus im prime, and also will multiply by PL prime m, and then we will integrate xi with in the interval -1 to 1 and phi with respect to 0 to pi. Due to these orthogonal relations, all coefficients disappear, only one will survive. Standard procedure of getting Fourier coefficients. So I am writing down this, that you will get phi equal to 0 to 2 pi, okay, and then theta equal to 0 to pi, and then sine theta, you are getting f theta phi, okay, PLM cos theta, and e to the power I m phi, okay, double integral, of course, this case for non-axisymmetric solution, it will be 4 pi L plus m factorial by 2L plus 1 L minus m factorial, a to the power L, ALM. So that means you have ALM, which is, I am writing just 2L plus 1. Check it out, these things. I am not showing all detailed steps. It is not required. You got the conceptions actually. So now you can check all the steps. Maybe some factor may be missing somewhere. It is nothing. So L plus M, this, and integral phi equal to 0 to 2 pi, theta equal to 0 pi, okay, sine theta, f theta phi, which is given in question, PLM cos theta, e to the power Im phi, d theta d phi. Now, if you put here m equal to 0, it will reduce to the previous result definitely. So naturally, then if you go back to the previous pages, this is the, you have this solution here. So you got ALM. So solution is complete. Okay. So this completes actually today's discussion, which I decided to discuss. So this completes actually the course which is offered by Mathematics Department of IIT Kharagpur for Swayamprabha, and myself, Professor Ashish Ganguly, who is the coordinator, as I told you in the beginning clip, and my colleague from Mathematics Department of IIT Kharagpur, Professor Mahato, both teaching this course. And this is the last clip of this course. Contents are finished. Okay. So, okay. Goodbye.